Hi everyone, I'm Cloud. Before we begin, just a quick reminder. This video is for informational purposes only and reflects my personal views. It does not constitute financial advice. The cryptocurrency market carries high risks. Please do your own research and consult a professional advisor before investing. Any predictions or analysis mentioned in this video may not be accurate, and you are solely responsible for your investment decisions. I'm not liable for any financial losses.
Let's start by reviewing last week's market action before we talk about what's coming next. Last week covered June 30th to July 6th. Honestly, the market has been really tough lately. Back on June 28th, I mentioned that we'd likely see a rebound starting that day and continuing until around July 5th. But for the 5th and 6th, I expected more of a bearish move. In the worst case, I thought it would just consolidate rather than turn into a full-on drop. Actually, I had already talked about this scenario way earlier in my daily update on June 19th. If we look at the candlesticks, you can see the rebound started on June 28th and reached the peak on July 3rd. On July 4th, it started showing weakness. But honestly, this pullback wasn't that significant. It still looked pretty strong overall. Originally, I thought it might drop down to around 104,000 or 105,000, but it only fell to 107,000, which shows there's still a lot of strength in this move. So in my view, there's a high chance the price will make another push upwards. This phase will probably last until July 13. We need to be very cautious because it could turn into a series of continuous up moves or continuous drops, or even big swings back and forth to try and trap traders. Personally, I'm pretty conflicted about this part, so I'll be watching carefully to see how it develops. Last week, Bitcoin's weekly high closed at 110,529, which hit my first target and came very close to the second one. The third target didn't get reached. The weekly low was at 105,000. It didn't really break down and instead found support near the midline. Ethereum's weekly high closed at 2,635, hitting two of my targets with only about 5 points of error. The low closed at 2,373. Just like Bitcoin, it found support near the midline. Right now, whether you look at the weekly moving averages or the short-term ones, both Bitcoin and Ethereum are in a pretty delicate spot. Bitcoin is just barely touching its short-term moving average. Ethereum has just formed a death cross, but who knows, it might bounce back up. Personally, I think Ethereum could be setting up a double bottom pattern. Next, let's talk about the forecast for this coming week, July 7th to July 13th. Every single day this week is critical. You never know which day the market is going to act crazy. I'm not going to read out the exact levels here. I'll just put them on the screen so you can take a screenshot and save them. For Bitcoin, it needs to hold above 107,900 if you want to expect any upside targets. For Ethereum, it needs to stay above 2,510 to have a chance at moving higher. One more reminder, if all the weekly targets get hit and the price still doesn't stop, you need to immediately switch to watching the monthly targets, because there's a good chance the high or low for this entire month is about to form. Alright, that's it for today. Weekly forecasts should never be viewed alone. They must be combined with daily and monthly charts. The daily charts fill in what the weekly might miss. I wish you all the best. May you buy at the bottom and sell at the top. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful. Send this to your friends too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.